Hey, babe.
Yeah?
I'm the biggest guy you've been with, right? You gonna answer?
Yeah, of course you are. Of course you are, baby. You're huge.
At this point, the situation's out of control, but I gotta let her go.
Heartbreak. Was it your fault or theirs?
It was totally my fault. I developed feelings for someone else while I was dating someone, and I actually told my partner because we did have a really great communicative, healthy relationship. I was like, listen, I don't know what's happening, but I have really strong feelings for my best friend. I think I started out trying to handle it really maturely, and then I realized that it was just a really situation.
I don't know what's happening is crazy. I have no idea what's going on. I'm lusting after somebody else. What a phenomenon.
There's just some things where even if you're trying to, protect the other person, life is a lot messier than we think. And I was super stressed out when that whole situation started to happen because I was like, oh no, like, I don't want to be like all these bad people that I see in my life. And then I kind of realized that these things happen and like you can't really help a feeling, and sometimes things just aren't meant to be. So
Divorced after 30 years of marriage.
Just saw someone's post that said you're missing someone who knows where you're at and how to contact you.
I can never win. Now they want to put me in anger management because I told my therapist to shut the up and let me talk. Because keep saying, I'm sorry you went through that. Help me fix it. I don't want to feel this way. What the you mean you saw?
I turned 32 and I'm single, and I feel like I'm at this point in my life where if a man isn't adding some sort of value to my life, or if he's just going to disrupt my peace, like honestly, I don't want it.
My worth isn't determined by a man saying that I'm worthy.
Yes,
Correct.
It is.
Good morning. Cheers. Just. Do you know how bad I just want to say all the fucking things I want to say so bad? And I cannot because I'm too nice. But holy, it literally makes me so frustrated that I cry. That's why I'm crying.
Anybody here 30 and up and still single?
I have a 4-year-old.
That's not what I asked.
When you're 39 and you have a 4-year-old, it's not a catch.
Dude, I didn't ask you to unpack everything. What the hell? I'm just like trying to do it was like a rhetorical question. I didn't actually care. You see what happened there, right? I asked a very simple question and she got insecure and she's like, oh, I don't know, I'm single, I'm 39, I'm not a catch.
So I unfortunately opened a can of worms when I made a video asking what the equivalent of a man with a receding hairline is to a woman. And this was the comment I got. The rest of the comments, they're just like horrible. No.
Small.
Something you regret not saying to someone?
Sorry, I cheated on you? I did, and it didn't feel good, and I wouldn't do it again. I really hurt his feelings, and it was super selfish.
If you can go back in time, what would you have said?
I just wouldn't have done it, because I didn't end up with that person. I wouldn't have stayed with the other person either. I just would have done it the right way. I call that other person my getaway car. I could have just gotten away by like my 2 feet.
Well, at least she's holding herself accountable. There's a lot of interviews that I see where the women are happy about it. And they're talking about, hey, mom, you'd be proud. Why?
I didn't have the courage and the fortitude that I have now. And I didn't know myself that well. And I was scared. I thought there was something better out there. And I wasn't ready to leap until I had the other thing, the getaway car.
What is the biggest lesson you've learned?
You have to do the work in therapy. You have to understand what things are your triggers and what upsets you so that you can then not hurt other people.
From your experience, if you can give an advice, what would it be?
Your journey is is important. And so I can't really tell you what to do, but do the work because it helps. And then you hurt less people because hurt people hurt people.
Can I have your name and where you're from?
Oh, Whitney.
I love Chucky.
You have mental issues.
You a streamer?
No, but you scare me. You're a child.
You are a
Chucky,
streamer.
and you have a clown mask. What's wrong with you?
Are you
Parents around?
You just look Ain't no way a girl has that flat.
One, don't look at me. Two, you're a child.
3, you got more of a masculine voice than I do.
4, you're a...
And 5, you got bushier eyebrows than mine. You just pick out a row of caterpillars every day and just slip that on. God diggity damn, it's like a Sharpie. The highlights are not doing you any good. You look like an old lady because the hair in the back looks like it's going gray.
It's all blonde. What are you yapping about?
And you're using Gen Z terminology.
Guys, I'm convinced that the reason why men don't love their girlfriends anymore is because they can literally just go online and look at, like, when you couldn't just go online and look at, men were like fiends. They were like,
I mean, magazines did exist back then, but I do get your point. Shows existed, but I do get your point. Gentlemen's clubs existed, but I do get your point.
Here's my church fit for today. It's a little simple. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I could not find nothing in my closet. But let me give y'all a little one too. Anyways, Proverbs chapter 19 verse 21 states, "For you can make as many plans as you want in the world, but only God's purpose will prevail." So keep on pushing, keep on striving to be the best you, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
I know my worth and I make a lot of money and I'm pretty.
No, not at all.
Being pretty don't even ensure that you will get a ring. Men don't marry looks. We have with looks. Men marry behavior. Your behavior determines whether you get the ring or not the looks. Halle Berry is beautiful. Kim Kardashian is beautiful to a lot of people. There's a slew of women that have the money and the fame, but they cannot keep. We marry behavior. So if you are not even proficient at the things that are intrinsically important to a man, you can't be high value because your money ain't intrinsically important to us. You being soft is. You anticipating what we need and providing that without us having to prompt you or ask you, that's important. Not knowing your worth.
When these modern women say know your worth, it makes me feel like they've been listening to a scorned mother or grandmother or auntie, where they get 50 years down the road in a relationship where they didn't communicate. And they say something like, oh, I wasn't happy. This didn't go right. I have a regret about this. And if you sit down and actually talk about the situation and get them away from their feelings, then they start to tell you, yeah, I could have done better here. Yeah, he was really good to me here. Well, if it was so terrible, why'd you stay? Oh, because he was a good man. He took care of this. Basically, he took care of everything. But now you're just rambling and you know it. But modern women will stop at the surface level and they'll say, that's why I don't want to get married, is because men never treat you right. Granny told me do this to men, when Granny was really just in her feelings. Granny was remembering things that honestly and truly it didn't even matter. She was actually talking to you about things that her high school boyfriend did to her and for you to watch out for. Not her husband, the man that she was with for 50 or 60 years, the man that was doing vast majority of the things right. But y'all will take that story and say, you know what, all of these men, they're no good.
I got a lot of personalities. That's why people think they can figure me out. You can't figure me out. I got split personality disorder. Of course you're not going to feel like I'm this way and I'm not that way and I'm this way and I'm not that way. I just got to be in a certain setting. Y'all call it code switching? Why do you think I can play a role so well? Why do you think I can play a role so well? I got split personality disorder. That's why, like, if y'all watch me for long enough, you will see that I go through several moods in my stream. And I'm like that in person. Like, I could be hee-hee-ha and out the blue. I'm like, I just got mad. And most people be like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I just got mad. I don't know why I'm mad. I'm mad. I could be mad. And then people look at me like I'm crazy. Like, that's just, yeah. I'm diagnosed with all that. But that's because I used to be crying and I start laughing. Then I'll be like, nah, I'm cool. Like, when I went to therapy, like, I went through all my emotions while I was in there. But that's just what I do. You feel me? Like, I cry and then I start laughing. And I'd be like, yeah, this is stupid.
Realistic. How much income will your future husband make?
For one thing, I don't want to get married, just for the record. I mean, I want kids, no, but I'm not saying that, like, I necessarily have to be married to have kids.
You just want to be an incubator?
Because I don't think that necessarily I'm going to be madly in love with the person that I decide to have kids with. I think that's
Holy, that's a scarlet letter.
I'm just not somebody that's like deeply emotional. I can't envision myself like falling in love with a guy, wanting to spend the rest of my life with him. No.
And if you're not a very emotional person and you're not very like lovey-dovey or nurturing or anything like that, why do you think you'd be a good parent?
Well, I'm not like I don't think that I never a child, but I think that that's a different type of love than like a romantic love.
It is a different type of love, but I mean, there's definitely a correlation with like, if you feel like you're not capable of falling in love and making someone feel loved and, you know, cared for and like you care about their needs and everything like that, then I'm not really sure that you can make a child feel like that just because you're their parent.
I don't want to be with my husband anymore. His energy is impacting my energy. I got with my husband out of potential. He had the potential to be a great earner, to be a great father. And you know what? He is a great father, a great provider. He's not a great partner. I am chaotic and wild, and I love that about me. And for the longest time, he anchored me. He held me down. I would be fine doing everything on my own. He just makes things a little easier with childcare and money and money. Maybe he'll change. He won't. And if he does change, it's not at the pace that I am changing. And I am changing so rapidly. I need to fly away. I want this dissolved.
You definitely have to leave, and you definitely have to leave quickly. Leave this man before he does something that he regrets doing. Leave him before you push him to do something that he regrets doing. Ma'am, you're crazy. You need help. You should probably be in an institution somewhere getting help for that. You're not well. The man is not the problem. It's you.
A few moments later.
I feel like I've been going through the stages of grief of my marriage for the past 4 years. I got sober, I got healthy, and I realized if I worked on myself enough, then we would fit better. So much couples counseling, so much individual therapy, so much internal trauma work only made our disconnect stronger.
I don't often say this, but he'll be happier without you. You are ruining his life. All of the stuff that you're talking about, going to therapy and it making it worse, that's because when you went to therapy, you were thinking, why is he not on my page? Why is he not thinking like I think? Why is he not coming even more to my side? I'm not going over there to him. I'm not trying to understand him. He needs to be over here with me. He's about at 60%. I want him at, in the next 2 months, 80. In the next 2 months, 90. In the next 2 months, I'll give him leeway and get him to 95. But eventually, within a year and a half, he needs to be 100% on my side, acquiescing to everything that I do. Again, a mental institution needs to be your portion.
Severely, he screwed my life up. I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date?
They're telling women to be just like men, be as promiscuous as you want, just behave like a man. Yeah. You know, climb the corporate ladder, get degrees. And now you have women that are in their late 30s and like, I did the corporate ladder, I have the house, I have the Tesla, I've paid off my debt, I've decorated my house beautifully, I'm a wonderful cat mom to my 3 cats. Why can't I find a man? I'm attractive. It's like, because you've basically turned yourself into a man. You've accomplished all the things that a man is supposed to accomplish to attract a woman, and now you've priced yourself out of the dating market.
Can I be honest, y'all? I don't want a job. I don't even want a job. OMG. Please, somebody. I don't want a job. I don't want to work. Just give me the money. OMG.
Growing up, I'm 44 years old. I remember growing up, and what's the songs that used to come out? The Lil Boosie, INDEPEN. And then what was the one, Beyonce? All the women that's independent. Y'all, when them songs came on, who never got up was me. Who never got up? Because I ain't never been independent. I've always needed a man. I need help with all of my bills, my car issues, maintenance, hair. I need help with all of it. People used to say back in the day, because I've been married now for a very long time. And they used to say, you know, I always knew you would get married, John. Me too. I always knew I was going to get married too. I don't know what these new women, I don't know what their issue is. They don't want to look good. And the ones that do look good, they think they're so fine that they think beauty is going to last forever. Baby, it don't. Everything goes south. Okay? Everything that was up comes down.
These modern women, they're rarely ever as cute as they think they are. I mean, I think a lot of men are hip to what makeup can do now. And so when you see a beautiful woman, you can spot what she's wearing. Oh, I like, and a lot of women say, well, men don't know what they're talking about. I have the natural look on. And he's saying, I love a girl, you know, that's natural. And babe, I've got makeup on. Maybe you should take a hint and say, oh, I need to maybe do my makeup a little bit more like this, to where I'm not looking like some glammed up queen of some pageant. Maybe that's fine for special occasions, but the everyday person, the everyday look, maybe he likes something a little bit more simple. But they don't want to cater to their man in that way. They don't want to cook for the man. They don't want to clean for the man. They don't want to do anything. And even if the woman, a lot of these modern women, even if they were 9s and 10s, their personality, I kid you not, their personality takes them to a 2. They're not very nice people. And you can't get along with them. There's no understanding them and catering to them, because their attitude changes like the direction of the wind.
Why are black women the least married? One of the reasons is selfishness. They are taught from a young age all of the things that a man is not capable of doing before they even know what a man is. They are taught they'll cheat, they lie, all of these things. They're taught a list of bad behaviors from the experiences of the women who dealt with these men. And then when that woman is past 30 and don't got no man and don't got no prospects, then those same people who were encouraging her to be single and not waste her time and focus are the same ones like, you ain't never gonna have no kids, you ain't gonna get married. While you're growing into the woman that you're gonna be, it's best to be growing with a man. When you just been out there focusing on you got your own house, your own apartment, your own car, your own this, your own that, you become selfish. Oh, well, I just have OCD. No, you're just neurotic. You just got nagging syndrome because you've been so selfish and so moving at your own pace and only doing what you want to do, that now to incorporate somebody else into that lifestyle, you can't do it.
Your mom think of your comedy.
Oh, she's like, just because you're ugly doesn't mean you are funny. You know, not ugly people are funny. I said, Mama, I was not ugly. I was Miss China 2014. She goes, now you're older. You're Miss Chinatown.
Damn. You Miss Chinatown.
She's so quick on the goddamn draw.
Oh, quick as like, yes. She said you Miss China and Miss Chinatown.
Never once asked my wife what her plans are when she goes and hangs out with her friends. And it's not because I don't care. I don't, but that's not the reason. I've never asked my wife what her plans are because I know that her and her friends can't have enough fun to die. Like, I've seen my wife come home from her craziest night, her wildest night. She kicks in the apartment door. It was crazy! Megan fell! And I'm always falling. What do you mean, she fell off a boat or something, like a bridge? Like, what do you mean she fell? She's like, no, it was crazy. Her heel broke and she fell. We walked home barefoot. It was crazy. I'm like, that's crazy? Your massive brontosaurus of a friend Megan's heel broke? That's crazy? The laws of physics are crazy to you? When Megan fee-fi full-fumped into our apartment, I looked at those heels. I said, they better be made of Wolverine claws, those heels. Or they're turning into dust tonight. That's what's happening. I don't even think they thought she was barefoot. I think they thought she was wearing Uggs. I honestly believe that. And don't think I'm being mean to Megan. I know Megan since I was a kid. I literally saw Megan and her family stampede Mufasa.
Yeah, somebody said I look like Marilyn Monroe after she ate Lizzo.
What? Honestly, who cares? That's a hater, like, who's bored with their life. Let me see what you look like. Yeah, why do you don't even have a picture on his thing. That's how you know they're, like, busted.
Being respectful towards consent gets you called weird, annoying, and your name slandered throughout the whole party scene. For those of y'all who remember the story about the girl whose dorm room I went over to and she wasted my time, right? Shorty Shirley had it looking like, you know what I'm saying, we was finna do the do when we got back to her room, until I guess when she felt it pressed up against her when we was cuddling, and she was like, oh, have you seen my vagina? That's not gonna... I was curious, so I asked her after the fact because I wanted to know what changed her mind. So me, the respectful guy, I just stepped back, didn't touch her no more. There was 2 instances of this. The first time was when we went over to her homegirl dorm, and she told me that we were going to have a whole separate room to do our business. Now, when we were getting touchy-feely, she told me to remove my hands when he went down low, and I respected it, didn't touch her no more. I was so hands-off, in fact, that even her homegirl was like, hey, why y'all not cuddling up on each other no more? I said, hey, bro, she told me to remove my hands. She was like, I'm sure she still wants you to, like, touch on her and kiss her. I said, nope. She told me no. No means no. Her friend was like, oh, you're such a gentleman. And I was like, yeah, bro, like, other than they probably would have forced it and been trying to, you know what I'm saying, do some unspeakable things. I'm not like that. And she ended up telling everybody that I was mad that she didn't let me crack, and told everybody that I was weird and annoying and some more shit, right? Mind you, we are spooning damn near naked. So I'm on brick. My shit is between your butt cheeks. So as we laying there, she like moving around and doing all this movement. So I'm thinking that she trying to give me a hint. So when I tried it and she told me, hey, you know, I do want to do the do, just not right now, but I feel like you're going to get mad at me. I said, okay. I didn't touch her no more. I didn't even cuddle with her no more. And she said that my demeanor was the thing that made her think that I was mad. No, my hurts. And there's something called blue balls. So if I'm sitting here for an hour and a half on brick and I don't do anything, of course my penis going to start to hurt. So me being a man about it, I just left the bitch alone. I ended up running to her at another function, and when her and her homegirl see me, they just walked away. So I assumed that maybe they were just on their little girl stuff, and I just left them alone. But she ended up texting me when I left and was like, hey, where you at? Let me come hop in the car with you. I got to tell you something. Obviously, I said no. So I end up seeing her again at this other function, and her homeboy comes walk up to me. He's like, hey, what's going on with you and so-and-so? I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know. I think she mad at me or something. She ends up coming up to me and telling me that her homeboy said that I wanted to talk to her. So now she's smiling in my face and everything and acting like everything cool. So I just let it rock because I ain't got time for it. Now, that same day we were at her room, we ended up going back over to her homegirl house because something happened with her and my homeboy, because it was kind of like a 2-man kind of night. After we got back from over there, she got a ride back from this one dude that I hadn't really ever seen before. But while they were talking, they were real close, and it was very obvious that they had something going on, but I didn't think too much of it because, like I said, it's not my girl. But then come to find out that I've already seen this name in her messages before. She lied about talking to him in the time period of us talking. Fast forward to last week, and I ended up running to this at a party. He ended up asking him my vape, and we got to chopping it up. As we talking, I guess he fucked up about a girl, so he just starts rambling, saying that, oh, he off this girl, she irritating, he finna beat her, and some more would break her phone, and some more shit. Like, I swear to God on my life. And as I'm just sitting here listening, I'm like, hey, bro, like, who you talking about? He ends up saying the same name of the girl. And I'm like, So I let him keep going. And he just goes on to say in detail about what he's gonna do to this girl. Now, I have 2 options. I can either not say nothing and let her enjoy the benefits of the decisions that she decided to make. Or worse, because if I was really that mad, I could have just encouraged it. Or I could say something. So me being the morally right guy that I am, I just told him, hey, bro, putting your hands on females and breaking their phones and stuff, that's not necessary. I don't think you should be doing all that. I'm not finna go too much farther than this. This ain't my bitch. But I was way too nice because I even went and warned her. So as I tell her, she's like, oh, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, bro, I swear to God on my life. Like, I'm just letting you know because we see all kinds of stuff on the news, and I wouldn't want that to be you. I would be a spiteful person to sit there and let that happen to you. Like y'all know, this is after she's already slandered my name. So recently she's been blowing my phone up and calling me all the time and trying to talk or whatever. She sees this picture from the music photo shoot from the same day of the party that I ran into the dude, and sees him in a picture with another girl that she doesn't like, even though she already knows that this dude been cheating on her and a whole bunch of stuff from what she's rambled about. Then proceeds to cuss me out and get mad at me and say I should have been told her that he was talking to her or whatever the case may be. I'm finna start letting people deal with the consequences of the decisions they make. I ain't helping no more.
I mean, I think you did the right thing by telling her. With her attitude, she's going to run into it anyway, because she thinks she's right in a lot of situations. That's the unfortunate thing. You can tell her, you can warn her, you can try to befriend her, which in the entire situation, you did what you were supposed to do. You went above and beyond what you were supposed to do. But like I said, this type of woman, she's going to find a way to do the wrong thing anyway. Most modern women do. They can't help it. So it's not going to matter whether it's you. Once again, it's not going to matter whether it's a dog or a cat. A snake is going to get it. A rat, it literally does not matter. The people that are closest to her, that if she feels a certain way, they're going to get the blame for it. So she's going to end up going back over there with the dude. The dude is going to end up doing whatever he's doing to her, whatever he wants to do. God forbid. And then she's going to have to learn her lesson. But then again, with her attitude, she probably won't learn her lesson. And she'll probably continue to blame it on him or somebody else. And she'll probably say, I didn't even see the signs. There was no way that I could have even seen them. Well, you didn't need to go on a Scooby-Doo witch hunt because the man told you, hey, this is what the man said. Mystery solved. Get away from it.
I ain't gonna lie. Dating in 2025 is fried. And really, I think it's fried because of one thing: access. Accessibility. We live in a day and age now where if you don't like something, if a girl don't like what you do, she will drop you like a bad habit. If you don't like what you do, he gonna drop you like a bad habit. Why? Because we can get on these things right here, the phones. We could scroll and see our dream girl, dream guy, whatever it might be, within one scroll. The facade we like to call social media and the internet has desensitized our brains to think that, you know what, I don't have to deal with it if I don't want to, because there's so much options out there and there's so much stuff going on in the world that if I don't like this, I'm gonna just leave. Whereas back in the day with our grandparents, there was no social media, there was no internet. You had to call somebody once a week, set up a date, court them, go to their house, walk 5 miles, get there, and really build a relationship. And even if that person messed up, you didn't go nowhere because that whole process, you didn't want to go through that process again with nobody else. Now we could just leave because the process is simple. I could just DM you, set up a date, crush, and that's it. All in a matter of 48 hours, 72 hours. Think about it, bro. You know how much one-night stands is happening right now in 2025? You think niggas having one-night stands in 1960 and 1950? No. Well, probably, because they was on them drugs. But for the most part, the average person is not. You have to really be that nigga have a one-night stand back in the day. Now even the stragglers have a one-night stand. This shit going on.
Best Buy getting a new camera for some content.
Can I get your number?
Oh my god, guys, he wants my number.
Great, for your account, ma'am.
Shh.
Send me a loyal and hardworking man!
I already sent you one, but you friend-zoned him.
Making friends in South Florida as a woman is exhausting. Exhausting. I feel like anytime I want to hang out and do stuff, I think the girls are very meticulous in what places they want to go to because the goal is to find a man to fund the whole night. And it's just exhausting. When I say like my dream is to hang out with a group of girls and it's just vibes. Like we're not going out for validation. We're not going out for free drinks, or the goal isn't to like, oh, let's find a dude to pay for everything for the night. Like we're just chilling and relaxing. Like I'm talking about, I've hung out with girls and they literally like scrunch up their nose like, oh my gosh, we have to pay this much for parking. Oh my gosh, we have to do this. We have to pay for this. Yes, when you decide to go out, these are the things you have to deal with going out. Like if you're going to an airport, there's some things you just have to deal with.
And unfortunately, there are modern women moving around like this, thinking that they can just find somewhere where a man is going to pay. Where you want to go? Oh, wherever a man's going to be at so he can pay for our stuff. It's not really anything original. It's just, we don't even like this place. It's just the fact that men are here and they're going to pay for our night.
As far as saving money, I'm speaking directly to women here, pretty women. People will tell you like, oh, you need to budget, oh, you need to plan out, da-da-da, whatever. You need to get on TikTok and make money, get on YouTube, da-da-da, whatever. Use your pretty privilege. Listen, if you're going to do anything, if you're going to use your pretty privilege, if you want to save money, the easiest way to save money using your pretty privilege is by dating. And when I say that, you have to know how to pick them. Yes, I know men pretend and they act and they, you know, make it seem like they got it or whatever. But listen, you cannot date no cheap man. You have to, you will have to give him a little conversation just to see where his head is at. But listen, you won't even have to spend money on gas if you are dating correctly, okay? You find 2, maybe 3 if you can tolerate that, because I know they are insufferable. But 2, maybe 3, okay? You don't drive to dates, they pick you up. And if you don't want them to know where you live or, you know, where you lay in your head, child, have them send you an Uber or a Lyft. And that's how you will weed out the brokies. If he's not even willing to do that, to send you an Uber or to come pick you up, he don't even deserve no date. Then obviously once you get there, you're not paying for anything. And if you do, cuss his ass out. Boom, weed him out. What I will say, you might have to spend some to get some, because you might have to go places, you know, just sit at the bar, whatever, get you a couple drinks, let them come to you. Okay? And I'm not saying don't turn down no dates. Definitely turn down dates, because you don't want to be easy, and you want them to know that you are not easy. But for real, if you're trying to save money, girl, go on some dates. Okay? I'm not even about to get a whole little spiel, the whole little rundown. You know what to do. If you're a pretty girl, you know what to do.
The men are getting standards, they're learning chivalry, and like, while that's very tea, and I think that that's great for like the masses, it's
this video is for all the women that say men gotta court y'all. This is who y'all really gotta go up against. Y'all issue is not with men. Y'all issues with women like this. Viewer discretion is advised.
I saw a post and this girl was like, she called this boy because she just wanted to hook up, and he texted her back like, well, I kind of want to take you on a date first. All right, that's look. Sometimes a girl just want to get cracked, like. And I have a similar story where I was, okay, look, when I get cracked, I like it to be a little, sometimes, you know, sometimes I am here for the, you know, Luther Vandross in the background, candles, rose petals on the bed, you know, deep kissing and missionary. That's great. That's good. That's cool. But on this particular night, I was 2 glasses of white wine in. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. You call me over here. I'm trying to get put through that mattress. I'm trying to get put through that purple mattress, okay?
And we know that this is what modern women are up to. They're always finding the wrong thing to do, finding the wrong type of time to be on, and then they wonder why men don't actually respect them.
I'm actually one minor inconvenience away from saying fuck the degree, who wants to see my butthole? Because there is not a more toxic relationship in existence compared to that of mine with organic chemistry.
If I just want to know, if I start selling, is y'all gonna come pay for it? Like, at this point, I'm talking about like civility. Like, can y'all tell y'all brothers, uncles, cousins? At this point, I'll even sell it to a woman. Would y'all pay for it? Tell me quick before I clock in. It might be on sale.
Nothing. You can get nothing for it. It's not worth anything. Keep it where it is.
I'm gonna say this again. Date multiple people.
Dr. Laura, you said we should be dating multiple people. I'm listening. I listen to you. But they trying to fuck me now. Like, you know, I've been dating these guys for months. And it's time to fuck now. Like, I can't fuck them all, Dr. Lori. Or can I? Let me know quickly. I need answer.
I just really hate the fact that wait till you literally down bad crashing out. Literally, like, to act like they give a fuck about your ass. Like, don't give a fuck literally until your ass dead in the casket. Literally, like, and then it's the fact that when I do that, I swear to God, I don't want no fucking funeral. I don't want no fake ass sitting around lying about how they love my ass. For the whole time I was living, I'm struggling. I can't call nobody, not a piece of family, a sister, a cousin, a brother, a shit to ask for shit. Not $100, not $50, not $25. I can't call nobody and ask for shit. But when I'm up and I got it and I'm giving shit out, it's not a problem to me. I'm just so tired of being tired, G. I swear to God, like, I'm tired of being a single mama. I'm tired of taking care of 2 kids by myself. I'm tired of this shit, G. Like, I swear to God, I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to be here, G. Like, I don't want to be here. Like, it is sad to say, but I take the selfish route out, and I swear to God, and do it. Like, I'll be getting to that point. I'm gonna take this shit as a joke. This stressful shit, this depressed shit, they take that shit as a joke. This shit not no joke. This shit'll really make your ass crash out. All that bitter baby daddy, a man don't want to be with them, all type of shit. This shit is stressful on a single mom. This shit is really stressful. Y'all daddies, y'all need to start doing y'all part. It don't take no money to take care of y'all kids, G. It don't take no fucking money. All it takes is time out your way. If us mamas gotta rearrange y'all shit, y'all should have to rearrange y'all shit too. Stop being like that when y'all got motherfucking kids out here. Most of y'all daddies need to step the fuck and be a daddy, G. This shit is sick. This shit is fucking sick. Mamas out here get stuff for shit like this, bro.
And I think this level of distress shows what Kevin Samuels was talking about. And, you know, some of these things you have control over, some of these things you don't. Sometimes men and women, they'll get into a relationship and they'll completely flip. They'll be one way one day, and then a couple years later, they'll be completely different. And you're like, this is not what I've signed up for. What's going on? And then you're kind of trying to figure out how to get back to where y'all were. That's essentially why Kevin Samuel said, marry before you carry, because these are the problems that you run into. Right, once again, there might be a good chance that you get divorced, but modern women are out here, and I'm not saying that she's doing that, but modern women in general are out here just allowing anybody to do anything to them, anywhere, at any time. It don't matter. And they're getting online, telling it, talking about this is for the plot, red flags, this, that, and then this is what comes of it. This man is not helping me. This man is a bum. I'm just now really realizing that this man is a loser. You don't want to be there doing that.
Why do y'all feel like every single relationship that you get in means you need to have another child? Why don't you chill, date, vibe, see if this is a good person? Relationship to relationship is a new baby. Are you okay? You need to slow down. You need to calm down. Like seeing Cardi B pregnant by stepson, I was really hoping that it was not true. When everybody was saying it, I was just like, please, girl, be bloated. Because why? Why? That man has like 4 new babies already. That are like, I think they're under 1. They're under 1. And he has other older kids. It's like you went from the frying pan into the fire.
Right.
You could have just stayed with the cheating husband. Like, this is really a mess. I'm really like disappointed. And y'all can say all you want. Oh, you have money, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Being a mother is still a lot. Especially you still have to grow and birth this child and then raise them. 4 kids, bitch. You've lost the fucking plot.
People talking about she's winning, she's doing this, she's doing that. This does not look good at all. It doesn't look good.
You lost me.
Seeing statements, I just got done flying her out, smashed and flew her back, and I just found out she's married with 3 kids. Ladies, y'all please be careful out here. Y'all please be careful because they're attaching a face to a scenario. And I'm telling you this right now, y'all be careful. Leave people alone. If you're married, honor your wife and honor your husband starting today. Starting today. Baby, look, I'm on both apps. I'm on both apps. It's getting a little dangerous in these streets, okay? Getting a little dangerous.
Black women are crashing out on the internet again. Now they're crashing out because they're like crashing out, crying on the internet, because now they're saying that the United States government is not set up to support single moms. So they are saying, black women are saying, and maybe some other women, and not all black women are saying that, crying, saying that the United States government is not set up to help single moms. It's not set up that way. So let's roll it back to like the 60s. Remember when the United States government was actually rewarding certain demographics of people to keep men out of their house? Remember? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all were getting food stamps, Medicaid, housing vouchers, and the only stipulation for eligibility was you couldn't be married and there couldn't be a black man or a man living in your house. You had to be single. And you guys were down for it. And I know this for a fact because my mom had a friend who was on welfare, the more children you had, the bigger your welfare check. You guys were good with that. You were just pumping out babies and on the government's now because Trump is putting a kibosh on the eligibility requirements. You guys are crying, saying that the United States is not built to support single moms. When was being a single mom a thing? And now that the government's not coming to rescue you, now it's a problem. You shouldn't be a single mom anyway. Now, there are a lot of women, hear me before you go in the comments, that are single moms for several different reasons. My mother was a single mom. People get divorced. Shit happens all the time. People need assistance, government assistance, every once in a while. Maybe, maybe not. But the goal is, can you help me? And then you work to not have to be reliant. Black women, specifically the ones crying, not all, you guys just thought that the free train was just going to keep on riding down the track. All at the same time,
calling black men specifically toxic masculinity. All you guys, the women, aggressive, acting like men. The men are, at fundraisers in red dresses. You guys are like supporting them. Black men don't want to have nothing to do with black women anymore. You guys are mad about that. But now, because your EBT has been cut off or cut in half, and you have to have a work eligibility to even qualify, you have to have a work eligibility to get Medicaid unless you're a senior or disabled, now it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem a couple weeks ago when y'all were getting free bundles at the hair beauty care place opening up. And on top of that, the other part of that crash out is, there's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of black women getting laid off from corporate America. Newsflash, there are hundreds and thousands of people being laid off, not just black women. But you guys were like parading around because black women are the most educated of all groups. Black women have the most degrees. Black women who have the most degrees are the ones crying on the internet because their EBT got cut off. So now it's an issue. Now it's a problem because the United States government, allegedly, per some of y'all, is not built to support a single mom. When the hell did being a single mom become a flex? Because women who are single moms because of a divorce or they lost a spouse. There are reasons why that happens. But you guys are just smashing and making babies, have 5 different baby daddies. Your hair is done with the weaves and the bundles. Your lashes are done. You're on the internet bragging about it. You're showing your EBT food hauls. But now all that's going away because the government has cut you off there, and now it's a problem. Why wasn't it a problem when they were telling you, as long as there's not a man in your house, we'll give you shit? You didn't think that there was something wrong with that? You had no aspirations to be a family, a wife to a husband and have a family and try to make it work aside from situations that happen? That was not your goal. You just wanted free money. The free money train is over. And now you guys are crying on the internet. And then there's still some of that people going live asking for money. If I have 13,000 followers, if all of y'all send me $1, I can blah, blah, blah. Get out of here. Because there are people who are working, taxpayers, who are struggling. Did y'all see the woman? She wasn't a black woman. Talking about that food haul. She bought like 30 frozen pizzas. There was not one single thing in her EBT food haul that was healthy. You guys have your kids running through Walmart, grabbing shit because you don't got to pay for it. But now, and this is not all black women. So before you come in my comments, focus. Now crying, saying that the government, the United States of America, is not set up to help single moms. Let me know down in the comments, who in the comments thinks that being a single mom by choice because you got 5 different baby daddies and none of them would marry you was a flex to begin with? Let me know. And I'm not talking about the women who needed help, who need help. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The ones that are going to be nasty in the comments, y'all.
She pretty much wrapped all of it up. There's a lot of bad behavior out there by modern women, and they're not trying to fix it. They're not trying to correct it because they're incentivized in a way, or really they think they're incentivized. Really what the government was trying to do in some instances, well, maybe not at first, but afterwards they were saying, okay, well, I don't know what they were doing back then, but now this is assistance to help get you back on your feet. Modern women, it became a way of life for them. They just started, oh, well, we're just going to, let's go get this and let's go get that. It's like, do you have a job? No, I'm not going to go get a job either. Why not? I could see if you were working a job and you were just tired of that job. They fired you and you said, you know what? I'm going to take this time to kind of breathe. I mean, unemployment, it's not really going to do that much for you anyway. So you're still going to need to find a job. But anyway, I mean, you got food stamps or whatever, whatnot, the government paying your bills. If you said, you know what? I'm going to take this time to figure out what it is that I actually want to do. I'm going to take this time. Maybe I need to go back to school and get some more skills because I don't like working this type of job. I think they have programs for that too. But instead of doing that, y'all sit at home all day watching TV, Maybe you're not watching TV. Maybe you're going to your kid's game. It doesn't matter. You still need a job. Like most people, unless you're disabled, unless there's something that's truly like actually very wrong mentally, physically, whatever it is, you need a job. You have to have, I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm sorry. But y'all get on here, fill in your cards, stock in your baskets. Like I said, man, some of these kids, they got Jordans. Never even owned a pair of Jordans. Never even had them. I'm sitting here watching you walk around in Jordans and I don't have the money to get it because I'm not on assistance. That's crazy. Still having, oh, let's add this and let me go get a baby. Let me go get another baby. And I know these deadbeats, I'm not worried about them. I'm just going to find a Pookie or a Ray Ray out here to get pregnant by, and it's all going to be good because the government's going to pay for it. But then all of a sudden, your plan falls through. And now what are you going to do? You still have the kids to take care of. That's a major responsibility. Something that for some reason y'all weren't thinking. I mean, even if the government was still in the old mindset of, if you get these men out of the house, we're going to pay you. You should have been talking about, like, that sounds like a great deal, but why would I want to do that? Why would that be something that I would want to be a part of? I still have to take care of the kids. You know what I mean? Like, there's still a responsibility, and there's a responsibility for at least 18 years. I'm not doing that. For money? Please. But because of the bad behavior, they went on ahead and did it. And now because it's coming to an end, panicking. You did it to yourself, man. Vast majority of that stuff you did to yourself.